Hi, my name is Amir Chang from We Are YG.
And I am Justin Delhan, and this is the Miss My Ex podcast.
Miss My Ex?
Yeah, Miss My Ex. That's what we named our podcast.
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a play on words. Me and Amir have a little bit of lack of luck with the ladies, but we also have left the city of Edmonton and moved back. So it's a Miss My Edmonton experience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, that's cool.
So we're sitting here with the great Paul Brown from 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Paul, how you doing?
I'm good.
Thanks a lot for doing this. We really appreciate it.
That's all good. I prefer the magical Paul Brown.
The magical Paul Brown. All right, let's go with that. Do you want us to refer you as magical the entire time?
No.
No.
Just as an introduction.
Just as an introduction. Yeah. So last week we actually had Jason Greger on from TSN 1260. This week we have you. So we wanted to talk to you about the rock and roll side of the radio business. So what has been like the best experience for you so far since you got into this for the music side?
Oh, Jesus. Probably introducing Metallica at Rexall, sold out, going on stage or bringing them on probably. Because, in radio, we're not rock stars. Mm-hmm. And nobody cheers for us, so then I get to feel like a rock star.
That's sweet.
That's amazing.
So did you get to hang out with the band after and go back?
No. Oh God,
no. We always wonder, do radio hosts actually hang out with them?
A lot of them do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them do. I didn't, not in that particular case, Metallica, but yeah.
So who is your pinnacle if you were to get to hang out backstage in the music industry?
Ooh. Who would I want to hang out with? But you know what? I'm definitely a big don't meet your idols.
Okay.
I don't really like meeting people. But I guess, you know what? I'd probably pick the wildest, raunchiest band just for the drugs and booze and women.
Just the party experience.
Yeah,
So One Direction?
Yeah, One Direction. Maybe you know what though? There's maybe a Luke Bryan or something, country music. There's so many hot chicks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But as far as my favorite band, I've never had any desire to meet bands. I don't even do interviews. I never go backstage.
Okay.
I'm not a big meet bands guy or interview them.
You want to keep them up here and don't want them.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Oh.
Tell you the truth, I'm not a big. I work in radio and it's music. We play music, but I'm not a big music guy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, oddly enough, yeah.
Well, I was reading online that actually you're into stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And I'm big into stand-up comedy as well. So
you do stand-up?
I do stand-up as well, yeah.
Oh.
So I actually was performing in Vancouver for 2 years before I moved back to Edmonton.
Oh.
And so I wanted to talk to you about that. What are the kind of things you like? Because I've never actually seen your stand-up.
Oh, okay.
So what do you like to talk about? What kind of things do you like to make jokes about?
I don't really have an act. It sucks. I used to sort of try, but now I just kind of make shit up. But because I'm in radio, they just book me. I don't have to be funny because they'll just kind of book me because of because of the radio.
Yeah.
So I don't have to. I don't have to do as much. But I don't know, relationships, sex. Yeah. Self-deprecating, make fun of myself.
That's my specialty.
Yeah,
that's the best kind of joke.
That's the best kind of joke.
Yeah, but I always tell people, but other than speaking on the radio, there's nothing about it I like or want to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I don't even care about radio. I'm not into anything other than speaking. Other than hearing the sound of my own voice.
That's very Howard Stern of you. He's very much like that as well.
I never listen. I don't listen to music. I don't care about programming the music. I don't care about how the station works. I don't care about selling. I don't care. I just, that's why I like stand-up comedy.
It's just you and...
Yeah. I just happened to be doing radio. I kind of just fell into it, but I'm not
fell into it. It's a pretty sweet gig to fall into. Yeah. That's kind of one of the things with the podcast is I want to get us out there more. So I do get what you're saying because I want to be on stage and just want to be with the people,
Yeah.
So are there any stand-up comedians out there that you kind of they were the reason you wanted to do it that you saw they were inspiring?
Sam Kinison, I really liked. Who did I love? I love Sam Kinison. I liked Andrew Dice Clay. David Letterman was a big influence. For sure.
Andrew Dice Clay is one of those polarizing guys.
Oh, yeah, he was cool. I like Chris Rock. I don't know. Same people everybody likes, I guess. But even with stand-up, I'm not a connoisseur of stand-up. I mean, I've opened up for lots of pretty big acts, and I couldn't even tell you one of the jokes. I never watched the comics. I never watched the headliners.
Oh, really? It's crazy.
It's like somebody that, if you played hockey, but you never play or watch hockey other than when you're on the ice.
Yeah, so like you want to do your thing, and then you want to go to the ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very, very separate.
Yeah.
When I'm not being an idiot on the radio or being an idiot on stage, I want nothing to do with it.
No, because I think what you're saying is you just want, like, you have your life, and then you have everything else.
Yeah.
And your radio life is your radio life, and you don't do your thing.
Yeah, I'm not. And a lot of radio people are nerds. They really love radio. They like the history, the show, all that shit. A lot of comics. I know a lot of comics are obsessed with comedians. They watch everybody's sets.
Guilty,
they're obsessed with it. Fuck, I couldn't name one.
I was going to ask you if there's any
comic.
Yeah, local comics. I was going to say if there's someone we should check out, but yeah, that kind of settles.
You know what? I do work with a guy named Sean LeComber.
Sean LeComber.
Who I almost always work with that I really love, but other than that, yeah. I mean, I guess the point I'm trying to make is I don't care.
You don't care.
No.
So what made you start the radio gig?
Yeah, how did you fall into that?
I fell out of high school, and then I was sitting there, I was kind of bummed out the summer after that, and he said, "What are you going to do?" And I was like, "I don't know, I might move to LA and do comedy." And he said, "Why don't you? This is in New Brunswick. Yeah. Why don't you try radio?"
And you moved from New Brunswick to Edmonton in 2004, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Yeah.
When I was 19.
Yeah.
Wow. And he said, "Why don't you try radio?" 21 years ago. And I was in the back of my parents' house, old Victorian house. I was kind of bummed out, and I said, "Oh yeah," and his dad owned a few radio stations. And I went in and started volunteering. That was 21 years ago.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I went in kind of like I never went to school. I didn't know anything about radio. Till the day I walked in the radio station, I never thought about radio once.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then there's like the people, like you're saying, like the nerds, like this is what they live for.
Yeah, and I still don't really think about it that much. Yeah.
So
I kind of hate radio, actually, to tell you the truth.
What's the reason for that?
Oh, I just think it's shitty and boring. It's all the same shit. Like, it's a job. Canadian content, it's all the same music. Mm-hmm. Fuck, we ramble. I mean, I can't do what I really want to do. Mm-hmm. But stand-ups, that's why I like stand-up.
Stand-up, yeah. No restrictions, right?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, totally. Yeah. It's great.
That's the thing with the podcast. That's why you should try that. You can just, once the mic's on, you can say whatever the hell you want.
Keep in mind, though, too, I'm lazy. Like, I don't do anything. Like, unless they pay me, I don't do shit.
Oh, well, then we really appreciate you doing this.
Yeah. It's very rare that I do something like this.
I feel so
very
special.
unique, yeah. Awesome. You're very lucky you got me. You probably won't last a full hour.
No. We understand. Yeah. So, what's your favorite joint in Edmonton to perform at, then?
I don't have a favorite because I only get to perform at the comic strip.
Oh,
so I an only location.
Yeah, wherever do whatever wherever. I have a big New Year's show coming up in Edmonton.
Oh, cool.
When I did a show there a couple of weeks ago, it went really, really well. It's almost like a kind of a pastime.
Yeah.
The way I look at comedy, but I was in a band for 2 years here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the Bear Band. So it was my producer here at the station, Raimai. He was the lead singer, and it was awesome. And we opened up for some cool bands and did some, Rainmaker Rodeo and Boonstock and all that shit. It was awesome, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh, here's my producer right now, calling me about
We can pause.
You don't have to pause it. It's okay. It'll be part of the. It'll be funny. So you get a life. Hey, I'm doing a podcast.
Hey, Brad. So these boys want to know how firm you are on your price.
Firm. I'm not selling it for any less, and if they have a problem, they can fuck off.
Okay, so you want to talk to this guy here?
No, I don't. $13.50. I don't care.
Yeah, that's it.
So how firm are you on your price?
Very firm.
Oh man, that was awesome. So have you when you performed?
That was for a car, by the way.
I was guessing something in the I was gonna ask you, since you're such a stand-up comedy guy like me, have you ever had a set go really bad?
Yeah.
And how do you handle that?
I cry. I've cried after.
Oh yeah.
I've had people throw beer bottles at me. I've had people assault me. Swear, I've cried.
I apologize. My mother gets a little belligerent.
Yeah.
She's drunk, so that won't happen again. But
No, it's terrible. Terrible.
That's
when comedy goes wrong, it's awful.
What do you remember? Like what you were talking about? Like what the?
No, I remember the show. I cried. It was a golf course, like middle of the day in the summer.
Yeah.
And when you get heckled, at least they're there. Like the audience is engaged. Like you suck, and they just all slowly started talking to themselves. And no joke, about 8 minutes into it, it was like doing stand up over a talking auditorium in junior high.
It's like a nightmare.
Like there was, I might as well not have existed.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was invisible, and I just talked, and you couldn't hear me, and it was like an auditorium. They were just all like talking to each other.
Yeah,
so was that near the beginning of your stand-up,
No.
or that was near?
No, it was probably.
So you hadn't experienced anything like that before?
Not that bad. Like I would rather indifference is the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, just when you're nobody even like you don't exist. You're invisible.
They're so disengaged.
Yeah,
from you that-
so disengaged. Normally everybody's engaged, but thinks you suck.
Even if they think you suck, you're talking.
Yeah, that I can kind of work with.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. So, what was the best experience you've had so far?
Probably like opening up for the big, the bigger acts, the big crowds, Rob Schneider or Damon Wayans or
Early
who's
2000s love right there.
yeah. I've opened up for a lot of people.
That's cool. Do you when you open up for them, are you do you have a set for that particular comic, or
no.
do you always just do your own thing?
I just kind of do my own thing, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to the comic shop and I saw Charlie Murphy one day, and he kind of tanked a little bit because his jokes were mostly kind of like Eddie Murphy kind of driven, and talking about everybody just being silent in the auditorium. Because they couldn't say like, "Oh, you suck," because they know he was on Dave Chappelle and such. And then you're like,
that's a big name to live up to, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Having Eddie
Charlie Murphy?
Yeah, having Eddie Murphy as your brother. Charlie Murphy.
Well, I worked with him. I did 8 shows with Charlie Murphy.
Oh, crazy!
Awesome.
And he, I made $2,000 cash, and I remember he made $80,000.
Oh my God!
in 3 nights.
What? You're talking about stand-up shows?
Yeah, $80,000 he made.
Wow.
And like cigars and weed and all the pussy you want.
I heard he parties like an animal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, what about the radio side? I know you don't like the radio listening to it, but like when it comes to doing your job, what's like the thing you like most other than talking? Like, what do you like to talk about? What do you like to riff about when you're on the stage?
I think I like just playing my role, which is I like being an idiot. I like messing with the listener and making them think I'm way dumber and way more out of touch than I am. That's
so when you meet these guys on the street,
or on the air, on the street, anywhere, it's called in wrestling playing the heel.
Playing the heel.
So you are a big wrestling.
You're a wrestling fan?
I am because of UConn. UConn's a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, UConn's a mass. We're actually having UConn on next week.
The.
I met UConn about 12 years ago, and we actually went to Calgary. There was a Shawn Michaels show.
Oh,
yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, and then
Bret Hart?
yeah,
I remember that.
And then I think UConn and our group initiated the one.
Yeah,
we initiated that in Calgary.
Oh yeah,
it was like 12 years ago though. It was
just asking about wrestling in full 6 hours.
So what do you want? So when we have him on the show next week, we'll just put the mic here and say, wrestling.
Yeah, tell me about wrestling. Yeah, like he's major. He knows everybody in wrestling. He knows all of them.
Crazy.
Pretty connected, yeah.
Do you have something like that? That for you, like wrestling is that for you?
Not that. I mean, as far as my pastimes, I mean, believe it or not, I'm a marathon runner.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's kind of weird. No one believes that. Yeah. Everybody, what the fuck?
Can I lean towards the nuts?
Yeah.
Believe it or not?
Yeah. So I do that. I've been running for a long time, and I started running when I was 12 years old. Mm-hmm. And I started chain smoking Cuban cigars when I was 12.
Those are things that do not go together.
No, but that's kind of like my life. Though.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know?
Do you have because this is an Edmonton podcast? One thing we always want to talk about with our guests is something about Edmonton.
Oh, okay.
So when it comes to Edmonton, what's that thing that you like to do that not a lot of people like? Is there a restaurant? Is there like
probably my favorite thing that I think is underutilized is probably the River Valley in the winter.
The River Valley in the winter. See,
it's beautiful.
We got River Valley in the summer. Yeah. Gregor last week.
So in the winter, there's like I was there last night. There's no one there, but it's beautiful. There's lots of stuff.
So do you like to like go running down the River Valley in the summer?
Yeah, I run. I have a giant dog, and I love dogs.
Yeah.
Like absolutely.
How, like when we say giant, how
180 pounds.
Oh my god, that's a person.
Yeah, he's an English Mastiff.
Does he pay rent?
No. He's expensive. He got 2 new knees, so.
2 new knees?
Yeah, he smashed his ACLs on both of them.
Been wrestling with UConn?
Yeah. Just big.
Yeah.
Suplex him.
That's
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the Edmonton stuff, other than the River Valley, is there like, are you into like local bars, or are there like places you like to go? We want to like shine light on something people might not know about.
Okay, well, here's one. I mean, I don't drink, so there's I don't do bars, but in the summertime, you can go. There's swimming at the Kinsman. Just built a really nice, super nice outdoor pool.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Did you know that?
No, did not know that.
That's cool.
Well, now you know.
Oh, that's amazing. It's right, located right behind Kinsman?
Yep, right there.
Exciting.
I lane swim there. I do triathlons too.
So you're a triathlon chain smoking cigar
I really
enthusiast.
am. I really am.
Man,
I really am.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I would.
Now I'm guessing exclusively Cubans.
Only because they're the strongest.
They're the strongest. Yeah. I've never smoked a cigar, so I actually don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's why. Yeah.
So it's funny. So I just got back from Mexico.
Where?
I went to this Moon Palace Resort. Beautiful resort, 4-star, 4-diamond hotel.
Yeah.
So they give you resort credits. We're like, it's $1,500 resort credit. You can buy anything you want. We're like, awesome. We'll get cigars.
Yeah.
So we go to the shop. Cuban cigars are like $40 US.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. The Mexican cigars are $400 US. You're like, how is this possible? Yeah, I know. I'm like, there has to be. Yeah. I was so shocked. And
Jesus.
What the hell?
I know. And so we're trying to figure this out. And they're like, it's super quality. They only give you 4 or 5 cigars in there. Instead of the Cubans, where you get 20 of them for $40.
Yeah. That's insane.
That's Mexico.
I know, you don't think
I've never seen anything in Mexico worth $400.
Yeah. They have statues and stuff. You're like, come on, this is not $400.
Fuck, the whole country's not worth $400.
Yeah, I know, that's right.
Oh man, I hope our Mexican listeners.
Sorry, Mexico.
Yeah, sorry, Mexico. Apologies to Mexico.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, is there any other cigars that are good? I don't know anything about it. Other countries.
Tons. I mean, Dominican and Nicaraguan and. Dominican's the next big one.
But I noticed you said you don't drink. I'm assuming you used to drink.
I used to drink, yeah.
What was there something that happened?
Yeah, lots of cocaine. Did lots of cocaine and drinking and
just
partied.
Too much.
Yeah.
You kind of realized that.
Yeah,
too much.
yeah, totally kill you. So that was 6 years ago.
You've been cold turkey since?
Yeah, I've had a couple little. There's some experimenting with some drugs that I've done, but yeah.
I'm looking to experiment with Adderall. I'm looking to get a little more focused in my life.
Well, I did mushrooms on Christmas last year. That was fun.
Oh, okay. I've heard that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it is. It's like Laffy. It's kind of like weed that never ends.
Weed that never ends. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So how long does it last?
Oh, are you still on it?
I'm on it. It lasts a bit. I mean, you're in it for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah.
Oh. So the first time you did something like that, some sort of drug, was it were you like me as a 12-year-old? You were like, whoa, I don't think I should be doing this. Were you like, yeah, let's go?
No, I think I got an erection or something, probably from it's so naughty, it's so anything illicit I like, you know. But I mean, it's drugs are bad, you know what I mean, when they start to bring you down. But I guess at the start they're exciting. I guess mind-altering. Fuck, everything's a drug, maybe.
Yeah.
Shopping, eating, fucking
porn.
What? Seriously. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess everybody has a different experience. I mean, I wasn't oh my god, this is. I just liked to drink all night, and cocaine helped me drink all night.
That's very Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
That's why everybody does cocaine, I mean.
I have a couple friends that dabble in coffee, and that's what they tell me.
Yeah, it's like
you going.
Yeah, it's like an all-night coffee.
Yeah, it's literally like a coffee, but like way better.
Yeah,
whatever.
Expensive.
Yeah,
expensive.
But
delicious.
And then I was realized I was like once I started giving guys head for 8 balls.
Oh crap!
I was like, I shouldn't do this.
I don't even know if that's real or not. But
I can't tell.
That's hilarious.
Just let it hang.
That's awesome.
There's no need to explain.
Oh my god, that was sick.
So you sound like a party animal.
Yeah.
What is the best prank that you've pulled on somebody?
Oh my god, prank. Fuck. Oh fuck. I called somebody and said their dog was dead.
Oh no! Is that prank or just horrible?
That's pretty horrible. We got somebody to call and say they just won the lottery.
Okay.
He called her pregnant wife, his pregnant wife.
Oh no!
She was hormonal pregnant. She was in tears because she was so happy. And then he went, "Nah, I'm just joking."
Oh.
We did that on the air. It was actually one of the worst pranks we've done on. Like, it was awful. Pregnant, like, and really sad after.
That's like, I wouldn't even know how to
react
do that to someone.
That was terrible.
Oh my god! Do you guys do a lot of pranks on the air?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got enough, I guess. It's part of radio.
So what are the best pranks behind the scenes?
Oh, I just shot Raimai with he was walking out of work yesterday, or a couple of days ago. I shot him with a paintball gun.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I
Did he
had a guy.
have no idea this was coming?
No. I had a guy eat a sushi cone out of my asshole.
Oh, nice.
But that's not a prank. That's just a good time.
Yeah, it is. I'll show you the video.
Oh, exciting!
We'll get your live reaction on mic.
Oh my god! Excited. This is the most amazing thing ever.
Oh, it's fucking awful. Wait till you see this. We'll do it one at a time here.
Is this part of a bet?
No, it's part of work.
Oh, part of work.
Oh my god!
I'm like gaping.
Did he eat it? The whole
No.
thing? Oh man, thank God.
I think you get it for AC/DC tickets.
He did for ACDC tickets? Were they at least good seats?
Yep.
Oh,
They're like
God.
nosebleeds.
He's like in the 300s.
That's exciting.
Oh man, is there? Okay, Mir. Now let's turn the tables. Is there anything you would want
Ooh.
to eat a sushi cone out of his asshole?
Yeah, you want to do that? How much should it cost?
What would it get? What would you need to get?
You know
eat
what,
sushi
man?
out of his asshole?
I'll tell you something right now. You think everybody's like, fuck that, but
There's always something.
they're lined up.
Yeah.
Not even close to.
I would do it for like $1 million. So.
$1 million?
Yeah, I always say, I always tell ask all my guy friends, would you for $1 million suck another guy's dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody every guy's like, no, I can't do that. I'm like, no, you're being selfish. $1 million is a lot of money.
help your family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it.
I would do it for like lunch.
Subway lunch.
I'll do it.
Well, then why don't we stop the podcast?
Yeah.
Get that thing taken care of. Then we can turn it back on.
That's funny.
That's so. Like, you had a guy do that. How many people did you have wanting to do that?
Endless.
Oh my god!
Endless.
You guys have the best radio station.
That's fun to do shit like that.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Yeah, and it's funny because we have meetings and we'll be having serious meetings about so he's gonna eat sushi out of your asshole. Who's bringing the sushi cones? Like it's just like you would have a meeting for
like in a business,
like in a corporate.
Like we have quarterly reports and sushi.
I'm not
out of the
joking.
asshole.
It's like that all the time.
So what? Like, I guess you obviously have bosses. What's the limit for them then of things you can't do? Because if that,
you can't say you can do kind of anything, but you just can't be. You can't be a bigot. You can't be racist. I mean, other than that, you can say what you want.
sounds awful.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You can't. I mean, if you say something racist, you're fired. Like, I mean, it's like it's like being a politician. I mean, the subjects you can and can't say.
Yeah.
As far as making fun of yourself, doing silly little things. The sushi cone out of my butt, that's nothing. But, I mean, if you started rambling on about, some political or some religious or
You don't seem like the type of guy who has that kind of agenda, so...
Yeah, I don't on the end of the bear anyway. Yeah, like think about how you guys talk to each other in the car on the way over here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just stuff I can't say on the radio.
That's completely
We're all like that, right?
Everyone does that.
Yeah, we have the way you talk to your mother, so there's that. that'll get you fired real quick.
Did you kind of gradually get to the point where you feel like super comfortable, or were you always just like, yeah, I'm going to do whatever I want as long as I follow these guidelines?
No, I think when I first started, I didn't follow any guidelines, and I didn't care what they thought.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I was way more bold.
That probably helped you get to this.
Oh yeah, keep in mind, I've been doing it for 20 years. Like I've been coasting for 8 years, 9 years, 7 years. Like I don't care.
Yeah, but like it's routine to you, right?
Yeah, and I don't care. Like I really don't. I just kind of do it. I think when you first start off, you want to be successful. You want to make your mark, and then I kind of made some, got some money, got some attention, and now I don't care. But I guess I'm lucky to say that. I guess, yeah. I mean, my radio goals have been my expectations have been met more than
met times 10
times 10. So I think it's made me lazy. I just don't really care, and I've never really put that much weight on radio. Like I love attention.
Yeah,
I do everything for attention. I do everything I do is like performing music, comedy, radio. But I don't really care of how I get my buzz, so if I lose radio, I'll do stand-up.
So this is actually just become like your 9 to 5.
Yeah, I never think about it. It's money for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that would like want to be where you are. But
yeah.
That's probably part of the charm.
That's probably like my comedy. Yeah. I want to be a funny comic, but I'm not. And then there's other guys that I know that are like, I just fell into it. I lived in New York City. I've been on Letterman 15 times. Like,
yeah, my friend said I was funny once, so I thought I'd try it.
Yeah, and they're that naturally funny.
Yeah. I met a couple of those guys in Vancouver. Yeah. Vancouver has a lot of like those types of guys that just
must be nice.
Yeah. I wish.
Naturally funny.
I'm like sweating bullets up there.
Feels like everything I've tried to be good at, I haven't been. And everything I've just let happen, like find me, I've done well at.
Doesn't it suck when the things you want,
I know.
You just can't.
It's like trying to get the girl that doesn't like you, and then the one that likes you, you're like,
get the fuck out of
here. The worst part is she's not even ugly at all.
No.
She's actually pretty, but you're like focused in.
Yeah.
She
said no to me. Yeah, radio's given me too many, like has opened her legs too many times.
Oh, really?
So to speak. It's I mean, listen, it's like an old married couple.
She's an easy lay now?
Yeah, I'm bored. I've screwed every hole 50 times.
Did you ever think about maybe like doing different radio, like talk shows instead of like? Well,
Yeah.
What would you want your talk show like? What kind of things would you want to do?
I've always thought about doing a talk show called something like "Say What People Are Thinking." Just say exactly. We talked about stuff I couldn't say in the air.
Yeah.
But like the show would just be like speaking like you would speak to your buddy in a car.
Yeah.
Like the most fucked up, awful shit ever.
I mean, he's right.
Yeah,
though. Like,
but that's a real thing.
When you're with your friends and
this is how we really think.
Yeah, and no one's gonna rat you out.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Like sort of like talk like no one's listening.
Yeah. But, like, you don't really think that some of the things you're saying. Yeah. Sometimes you just... I totally get what you're saying.
But, I mean, it would spaz everybody out, probably.
Well, it would spaz 90%.
Oh, yeah, you'd probably get, murdered.
But of those 90%, the 10% of them...
would love it.
Yeah. Those are the people that I'd be like...
They'll be your die-hard friends.
Maybe I should do a podcast. Actually, I couldn't because they'd fire me.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to.
Oh.
No, I'm on the bear.
Oh, really? That's because Jason Greger is actually starting a podcast.
Well, it can be an extension of what he's doing, but I couldn't do the...
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh, actually, because Greger actually doesn't even work for the company. He buys his airtime.
Yeah, even then they could fire him if he was saying awful stuff.
Yeah. But I feel like you would have...
But you guys can do whatever you want.
We can do whatever we want, but we're not on the bear, so we don't have the listeners you have.
Although if you have a day job, technically they could probably... you got to be careful nowadays with social media.
We both work for ourselves, so we have
okay.
But and that's why we want to start a podcast. To say the things we want to say without...
Or even though you work for yourself, you do a podcast, it could affect people, clients and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, it's interesting to think now what's out there, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we're always on our toes when we're on the podcast. This is why I'm so glad we came here to do this with you. Because you've just, opened it up for us to have a good time.
Yeah. Plus, I think, there would be, when you ask me what kind of show I'd want to do, there would be something very freeing about going... I'm going to say whatever I want, knowing I might never get a job again.
Yeah.
That's ballsy, right?
That is ballsy.
So here's the main question. Did you make enough connections in the industry, radio, the media industry, to have those, if something falters, you'd be able to pull yourself back up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Look, I mean, I work 4 hours a day. I mean, I'm way overpaid and should not be making this much money. Have no education, not even really good at what I do, and it's very, very, very possible my next job I'm making $25,000 in fucking Lloydminster, or it's very possible that I'm making $800,000 in Toronto. Mm-hmm. Just
Well, I think you're being a little hard on yourself.
But that's the way radio is, right?
You're obviously good at what you do in the sense that people keep coming back to hear what you and this nonchalant attitude is something people can relate to.
But it's just not ratings. I mean, keep in mind too, it's just not a regular job. Shows don't open up. It has to be the right timing. I'm not saying eventually maybe I wouldn't get something better, but I'm saying right now, fired, gone. I mean, it's not. There's no morning shows from Toronto open up right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing in. I mean, it depends where it fall, what their budget is. I mean, it's very, very difficult to get a show. Bam, high paid, especially in this day and age. Sustain it. I mean, it's just as possible to get. There's no money in radio. Mm-hmm. Radio is terrible. It's a shrinking industry. TV's a shrinking. I mean, soccer. I tell everybody, I'd be like, fuck, I wouldn't go in it. Where the future is more like, podcast, social,
social media,
quick access media.
Fuck, man, not even totally. But as far as I go, overpaid right now, the kind of money I'm making, I think I don't know if I'd make this kind of money, but maybe. Fuck, I never thought I'd make this kind of money ever in my life. I never thought I'd get paid a cent to do radio, ever.
Did you start out getting paid when you started?
Oh, yeah. When I moved to the U.S., it was my first contract was for $14,000 US a year. $14,000 US a year. But,
stuff to survive on.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was fucked up, but I loved it. I always tell people that I've been doing radio for 20 years, and I still leave weekly, every week, and turn around and look and think, I can't believe they pay me to do this. Like, I cannot.
I believe you because you're saying it right now so much.
It's
like,
crazy.
You're just...
Well, fuck, man. It's not work. I mean, look, I don't do shit.
I mean, this is what that's our dream too, right? Like,
well, it is actually what you think.
Yeah, to get paid to talk.
If you're me or you, Connor, ever, like, we don't do shit. Like, we just ask, like, fucktards. And
so when we have Yukon on next week and he tells us how hard he works, what are we supposed to say?
Yeah. I mean, he's very, very, very good at what he does.
Yeah,
he gets... I mean, no one has as much talent as him, so...
He's
good luck trying to keep up with him or in radio.
I mean, we're gonna challenge him next week, but I think he's gonna take us to school.
But I mean, so he gets paid a lot. But it's just God-given talent. I mean, fuck, I don't know. It's like meeting that guy in Vancouver, just really funny. I don't know. I fell into radio. I'm good at what I do. I'm funny. I'm weird. It works. Yukon's an amazing writer. It's easy. He fucking pisses out yaps like they're going out of style. Like it's just not. We're not sitting, studying and building projects. It's not building, the new arena.
We're not architects.
We don't do shit. We make stupid comments and write a few things, and we get paid very well, I think, and it's all good. It's been just an absolute joy.
So this would be, if you could do this till you're 80, this would be something you would do.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I work.
That's good. That's the...
Somebody told me that 5% of the Canadians love what they do. Mm-hmm. And of those 5% say they're very well paid for it, and I'm in that category.
Wow.
And have been for 10 years.
We're in that first 5%.
Yeah. It's the last. It's the other one.
5% we're trying to get to.
Yeah, that's why it's only 5% of that 5%. So,
5%.
But fuck. I mean, like I say, I'm not saying that to brag. I fell into it. It wasn't. It was despite myself. It just kind of happened, and whatever. I'll take it. And
I mean, you seem to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, totally. So. It's good. I love it. I'm very thankful. And if it ends tomorrow, and that's all good, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll do some comedy. Maybe I'll do a podcast, and whatever.
It's
right?
very easy.
Yeah.
You need one mic and one computer.
But to me, it's just about. I've always looked at my career as just, there's a Jerry Seinfeld that sort of movie that called Comedian. Mm-hmm. And there's a guy named Orny Adams, who I've worked with quite a few times. And Jerry Seinfeld says, he's all down on himself. Orny, who's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And he just looks at him. He's like, "Why you come down so hard on yourself?" Because this guy wants the money, like Jerry.
Yeah.
Wants the fame, and he's like, "Who cares? Like, what else are you gonna do? What else do you want to do with your life?" And I always look at it like, this is just what I would do even if I wasn't getting paid, even if it was free, even if I would tell jokes. I would be silly. I would do a podcast. I would do stupid shit on the internet. I would play music. I would go on stage and try to do comedy. That's what I would do.
Yeah, you would, even if you weren't making the money, you would support yourself however you had to, but do this on the side. This is what you love.
That's how I look at it. Like, if you like to paint. And, who gives a fuck what happens, You need to have another job to support yourself too. But I think too many people it's excuses. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, I got to work so much. I never really got to follow my dream. Well, just because you didn't make the NFL doesn't mean you can't coach.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't volunteer. I mean, it's bullshit. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Are we done?
We're done. That was a.
Holy fuck! I lasted half an hour.
Oh, we say 10 to 11 because we want people to know that it might take.
Okay.
A little, but we always run a half-hour show.
Okay, good. Well, I gotta go. You know what I gotta do? As I look at my Rolex,
whoa!
I have to go voice a commercial.
Oh,
worst commercial reader ever.
What are you advertising? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know shit.
Oh my God! Well, Paul, thank you so much. This was great.
That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Boys, you're doing good. That's good.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Sign off, Blog World.
See you later.
What are they called? Blogs?
These are podcasts.
Podcasts.
Podcasts. Yeah.
So lame.
So that was Paul Brown, exiting off.
Yeah.
From the Paul Brown Show.
This is Justin Dahan.
This is Amir Chang.
And thanks for listening to Miss My Ex podcast.
Have a good day.